Good evening. Welcome. It's the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. Thank you for being here. First things first, hours ago, our good friend, a legendary man, the legend, Bobby Midnight, dropped 5 gift memberships. They went to Fred McKnight, Anthony Logiarto, Fernando Velez, Green Gang 365, and Jake. Awesome, Bobby. You are the man. And as we say in this community, from you, Bobby, you're a nice guy. You're a nice guy, Bob. Here, look. I even said it at 5:22 p.m. today. You're a nice guy. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to discuss something different today. I'm a big fan of making a list. I'm a big fan of discussing top fives, this and that. We're going to do a little bit of a nostalgic throwback, something that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy. Talking about Jets of yesteryear, maybe their current Jets as well. But here's what we'll do. I got a couple things going on right now. I got my son texting me to go to the Little Wayne concert at PNC with his girlfriend and her stepsister on Sunday. I wear many hats, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys know, I wear many, many hats here on the show. One of the hats, the work hat, received a brand new exclusive Gator creation of Charles Gorman today, which we will play shortly. But until then, suck it, Grant.
Hey, all you shiners, it's time for something cool. I'm here to do my part. I'll drop a stinky fart. No chicken soup for you. I'm gonna eat it up. And then I'll do a show and talk about the Green Hornet. I got a new laptop. You know it doesn't suck. I'll need to keep it down when I'm making too much noise. My mom will pull the plug and Dennis smack my ass, and that will surely blow. Hey, fuckers, it's time for the Nick Shine Show.
Welcome, my friends, it's a shine time, shine time. It's time to talk about the Jets. Don't you know it's shine time, it's shine time. Time to be with my friends. Hey, have you seen my toe?
It's got me.
Gentry covered in fumble.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky.
Who, me?
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Now, Jay Quest, I see your comment about Bobby spending his allowance. It's not that. When we ordered the air conditioner for Bobby, I put a bunch of money out of pocket. Jake had got some donations, sent the Venmos to Bobby. Bobby doesn't know how to Venmo anybody. He just knows how to receive them. So I said to him, just put it into the show then, Bob, instead. If you can't figure, I was on the phone with him for 37 minutes last week. He couldn't figure out how to Venmo. So I was like, Bobby, just put it into the show. So that's what he did. So that was the way of getting me the money because Bobby couldn't Venmo the money. But speaking of Bobby, speaking of the gifting, here's what we're doing. We have the raffle going on right now for the Darrelle Revis authentic full-size helmet. Not a mini helmet, a full-size helmet with Revis Island on it. But with the end of the month drawing near, we're looking to get our memberships up on this channel. Here's what we're going to do. Starting with Bobby tonight, between tonight's show, tomorrow morning show, I'll be on, Jake's on at 9 tomorrow because he's got a cover for Michael K. I'll be on after him, probably 11:30. And then tomorrow night, anyone who gives memberships is in a raffle for a Jets jersey. I'll give you the choices if you win of what players you can pick, but I will get you a Jets jersey in your size. So we're doing a little bit of a side raffle on top of the Darrell Rivas. Now the raffles for this are simple. You gift 5, you get 5. You gift 1, you get 1. $5 super chat gets 1. $20 super chat will get 4. All right. Trying to get the memberships back up. I know you guys have been doing a tremendous job the last week or two, and I thank you for that. But end of the month is getting near, and I wanted to do like a little last push to get the numbers up. So I want to give back to you guys who contribute to this show, help support this channel, and make it what it is. So that's Bobby is in the lead right now. Imagine if I got to order a 5X jersey for Bobby. Holy shit. But Jay Quest, since you were here, ladies and gentlemen, I was at work today and I received a brand new video. He's Charles. Enjoy.
Goldmoney needs some cash. Goldmoney's broke. He can't keep sending Bitcoin to chicks with dicks. And when he takes a shit, we all know he'll fall into the Bobby Show. So the next time that he shaves and cuts off his nipple, send him $1, 'cause his wallet is empty and it smells like farts.
Excuse me.
He's Charles, ladies and gentlemen. All right. He's Charles. Thank you, Gator. We're going to have fun playing that one. There you go, Quest. I wanted to wait a little bit. I wanted to wait for Charles to get here and know that he was here. But since you are Jay Quest, you get your request met, my friend. So here's what we're going to do tonight. Like I said, we got the raffle going on. We have a side raffle going on. Any raffle entries for the Rivas helmet are still good. Same bonus structure. The jersey, no bonuses, just flat out however many you gift, you get. All right. Now, since there was no practice today, let's list our favorite Jets players of all time. Now, what I like to do with when I do one of these lists, I don't include current players. So I'm going to go through my list of my favorite offensive players first. All right. Now, remember, I was born in 78. I became a Jet fan in 1985. The Wesley Walker walk-off game was the game. It was my first Jet game. So my top 5. My favorite offensive player for the Jets ever was Wayne Corbett. How do you not love Wayne Corbett? You grow up watching Wayne Corbett, you hear the story, you see what he means to this team and this fan base. Of course, Wayne Corbett is going to be at the top of this list. Second, Curtis Martin. The best running back we've ever had by far. Hall of Famer, first-class human being, great New York Jet. Third, Ken O'Brien. I loved Kenny O. I had a Kenny O jersey in the 80s. It was so big and baggy because they didn't have it in like a kid size. But Kenny O'Brien, that release, that throw downfield to Toon, Walker, and others, absolutely love it. 4, Nick Mangold. You know what? Since it's my list, my show, I'm going to put Mangold and Mawai at a tie. Exactly, Maze. Yep. Mangold and Mawai, they get tie at 4. I can't differentiate. I think they both deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Mawai's already there. Mangold might. He might be that guy who gets in a couple years later, but I think Mangold's resume is good enough. Now, fifth, this is where it gets a little crazy. There's a lot of players. You want to go with another offense. You want to go with Brickashaw. You want to go with Toon. You want to go with Walker. You want to go with Mickey Schuler. You want to go with Keyshawn. A lot of people loved Keyshawn. I loved Keyshawn for the 3 years that he was here. Actually, for those of you in the Discord, saw earlier that I purchased a Curtis Martin starting lineup figure. And then in one package, it was a Joe Namath and a Don Maynard in the same package. I also ordered a Keyshawn Johnson one tonight. So I think I might have a new addiction. Old Jets starting lineup figures. There's a couple more that I saw. Freeman McNeil. They were like $8, but it's opened. I like the ones in the package. That's what she said. And then they were like $60 for Freeman McNeil's. A little crazy. So I'm going to keep my eye out on those and start to maybe see if I can put a little collection of those together. I'm looking for things to put up on the wall. I got a couple little items that I can put up, but I want to move the desk away from the wall and have like a nice little background and everything with different lighting. So we'll see what I could put together. But if any of you come across any, I know Tom Ace, you are the eBay master. If you find any good ones, like the Curtis Martin, I got cheap, and the Maynard Namath one, I got cheap, and Keyshawn, I just put an offer in for $5. It was $6.99. I put in an offer for 5, just to say I got a better deal than it already is. But when you look at the fifth, we got Corbett, Martin, Kenny O, and then a tie with Mangold and Mawai. It always changes. Like you ask me tomorrow, my fifth might be different. But right now, today, I mean, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but in terms of helping us win, and in terms of big time plays, I mean, how can you not look? You know what? Here's what we'll do. If you guess my fifth guy, I'll give you an entry in the jersey raffle. First person to guess my guy. I gave you a hint. It is not Freeman McNeil. I got to bring up my notepad. Let's bring up the notepad. Tom Ace always sends me. Yeah! Nice, Tom. Thank you. It's not Doug Bryan, Rick. I said winning. Helped us win. Papa Jet, it is not Adrian Morel. I put Bobby for 5. Who thought Bobby would be in the lead? Amazing. It's not Geno Smith. It's not Brandon Marshall or John Hall. Now, here's the hint. Helped us win. Nope. I already did Mangold. There's not many Jets that helped us win. No, Rick? All right. Gentlemen, get ready to type. Because when I give you Nope, it's not Fitzpatrick. It's not Tom Ace. I'm going to give you one other hint. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, I think Rick Kent has it. Yes, he did, Rick. Chrome got it. It's not Wesley Walker. Chrome got it. Santonio Holmes. The walk-off against Cleveland, the game-winning catch against the Texans, the playoff catch against New England. I mean, I know it's a small staple, but this game's about winning. When you help a team win, you become a legend. That 2010 yeah, Chrome's comment just popped in. That 2010 season, he was incredible. That's what it's about, man. You can leave your mark on a team. Yeah, Rick, in terms of helping us win, how we don't make the playoffs if it's not for him with those multiple game-winning catches. We don't beat the Patriots if it's not for that game-winning catch. Yeah, when you look at one season, there's people who put Brandon Marshall up as one of their favorites for the year that he had. We didn't even make the playoffs. Holmes and Edwards were incredible together. Now, there's guys who've had better Jets careers, but this game is about winning. I got three of the four guys that I listed already were all Jets. Corbett was a Jet for life. Kenny O was a Jet for life. Mangold was a Jet for life. Curtis and Mawai came in together. Both made the Hall of Fame for what they did with the Jets. So I can mix in one guy that's not. Chrome, congratulations. Rick, I get it. Might not be a likable human, but what he did on the field, and I thought you had it, Rick, when you asked that question, did he help anyone else win? Because, the Super Bowl catch. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you're asking what did Chrome win, I'm going to tell you. He won a raffle entry. Now, we are in the midst of the Darrell Revis full-size helmet. But what we're doing also, anyone who gives a membership, any super chats, $5 and up, you'll get an entry in another raffle for a Jets jersey of your choice. I'll reach out to you if you win. You reach out to me. We'll figure it out, and I will order you a Jets jersey. No, you won a raffle entry. You didn't win the jersey with that. You won the raffle entry in it. So you gift 5, you get 5. You gift 1, you get 1. Very simple. No crazy bonus structure. No one getting confused. Just wanted to give back to you guys. Oh, Clancy, total dickhead. Total dickhead. But the Cleveland walk-off when he gets hit in the middle of the field and takes it to distance. The slot corner fade against Houston, which the go-go bar, we were at that game and we left because we were down so much. And then we started coming back, and I'm flying down the turnpike in my buddy's old Ford Escort because he couldn't drive. And I'm pinning it at 105 to get off the turnpike to go to Breathless, the place that Tom, Nate, and I took Charles for his first strip club experience. And when that game finished on that throw, when we walked in, I got up on the bar, grabbed the ceiling, and just started dancing with all the girls on the bar. It was a good year. It was a fun year to win games. Even when we didn't have a chance, we won. And I mean, that catch against New England in my lifetime is the best play we've ever had, right? Is there a better play that happened? You could say the Braylon Edwards toe tap against Indy, which led to a Nick Folk field goal. That was up there. Rick, it's not complicated. You just add 2 every time someone gives 5. It's very simple. Stop busting my balls, man. Shout out to Rick Kent. I did put his Will McDonald autograph helmet in the mail today. That'll be heading out to him. And then the big fella will receive his Joe Klecko autograph jersey this weekend on Saturday at Jake's event at Chef Kevin's. And then Chef Kevin, who also won, will get his Mark Gastineau jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, Adirondack Fly Guy is here, so it's time to end the show. Thank you, everyone, for watching. You guys are fantastic. Oh, Tom, back in those days, if I spent $300 and walked out, I was happy. That was a cheap day back then. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. My top 5 favorite offensive players in Jets history: Cribbett, Martin, Ken O'Brien. I have Mangold and Mawai tied at 4. And then I have Santonio Holmes, just from the importance of the plays in that year. Not the greatest Jet career, but, I mean, he left a mark. Now, before we get to the defense, there was a girl, Rachel, and then everyone else. Doesn't matter. This girl is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my entire life. Most beautiful woman I ever saw in person. But if you're just joining us here, Gator created this today.
Money needs some cash. Money's broke. He can't keep sending Bitcoin to chicks with dicks. And when he takes a shit, we all know he'll fall into the Bobby show. So the next time that he shaves and cuts off his nipple, send him $1, 'cause his wallet is empty and it smells like farts.
Excuse me.
Heath Charles. Yeah, Chrome, there you go. How do you respond to that? That's a perfect response. Okay. Defensive side of the ball. If you've been watching this show for a long time, you know my favorite 2 defensive players. I talk about these guys all the time. We will give out a raffle entry if you can name either one of them. So there's 2 raffle entries for a Jets jersey on the line. If you can name my 2 favorite Jets defenders, I'll give you the final 3 after. Oh, obviously it's Kyle Wilson. Come on. It's not Mo Lewis is my least favorite of all time. Twisted. It is not. I think David D, he's number 3. That's my 3rd. All right. We got one of them. It's not Sean Ellis. Yeah, Eric McMillan, yes. I loved Eric McMillan. I think he had like 9 interceptions or 7 as a rookie. Boomtown, no. No. It's not Bart Scott. I will give you this hint. You have the right position. Glenn is not in the top 5. No. I do love and appreciate Aaron Glenn, but he is not in the top 5. It is not Joe Klecko. You know what? You can calm the fuck down with the way you've been getting a little too Canadian-ish with me lately, bro. Relax. Twisted. Oh, Allen. Allen got it first. Marvin Jones. And then Twisted got Victor Green. Yeah. They're 1-2. They can switch, but I just loved Victor Green as a safety and Marvin Jones. No, Zach Hawk. We're doing my favorite, not your favorite. Uh, Vilma is number 4. Nice. Yeah. And I don't know if anyone said it. If I missed it, Gastineau is 5. So who we got? We got Allen and Twisted. All right. Good job, guys. Very nice. Nicely done. So, what did they just win? Anyone who gifts tonight, tomorrow, before the end of the month, I have tonight's show. We're doing tomorrow morning after Jake, because Jake's at 9 o'clock because he's doing ESPN radio. Thank you to Boom for the heads up. And then I'll come on tomorrow night. Anyone who gifts or super chats, a super chat of $5 and up, you get a raffle entry. 5, obviously, if you get 5 memberships. Jets jersey of your choice. I love Alan. Vilma would have been my favorite ever. I had a green, a white, and an authentic green of Vilma. And Jonathan Vilma getting traded is the reason that I don't wear Jets jerseys anymore. My heart broke when Vilma. I thought we had the greatest linebacker ever. I wanted him in the draft. I went nuts at poor Billy's when we drafted him. That's when the Jets used to have like regional draft parties. They would do one in Jersey, which was like poor Billy's because it's in Woodbridge and Staten Island's connected right there. They would do one in Manhattan and they would do one in Long Island. I was irate. I know his girlfriend calls him Shade Tree. I'm friends with her, and I haven't messaged her in a while about it, but I think I'm going to message her again. We're friends on Facebook. He was going to call me on Facebook video one year for my birthday, and I could not stay awake anymore and missed. He didn't get home till late. What we got here? No, my hand got caught on the wire and hit the desk. Oh, Peter down in Wildwood. Nice, Peter. Might be your favorite jet. Wow, Hawk, that's an interesting name. They didn't have that one on my list. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit the like button. If you're watching the channel and you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. We've had a lot of growth on this channel in the last couple weeks. A lot more viewership is coming this way with doing the shows during the day. So if you're here and you're watching, thank you, first of all. Secondly, hit the subscribe button. Oh, Peter, the amount of memories that I had in the Jolly Roger, man. So many stories. So many stories. Yeah. You know what? Let's do that list. I like this. Let's do another impromptu list. Let's do great players that the Jets traded away in their prime. We got Keyshawn, we got Vilma, we got Farrier, we got Revis. I don't want to. I mean, Jamal was in his prime. He didn't have a lot going after that. Uh, Leonard Williams, pretty good player. We traded away in his prime. Demario Davis twice. John Abraham, yep. Thank you. Oh, Riggins. Good call, Maze. Maze, I forget you're older. I know you mentioned you're in your 50s the other day. I forget you're older than me. Good call with that. Who else did we trade away? Hugh Douglas. That's it. Thank you. Tom, yeah, you're a nice guy. You are a nice guy, Tom. Good call. All right, who else we got? I'm trying to think. Not players that like we lost in free agency, just actually traded. I mean, you could say, well, Sam Darnold wasn't in his prime. He went on to be better after he left. Jeff Lageman? Was Jeff Lageman traded to Jacksonville? Or was he part of the expansion draft? But with Jeff Lageman was pretty good. Jeff Blake, good call. I mean, he went on to be a Pro Bowl quarterback in Cincinnati, I believe. Peter, it's a great comment, Peter. I'm young, so Bryce Huff. All right, JFM. Did we cut JFM or did we trade him? We traded him, right? If you want to share your top five list, because I love hearing it. Listen, everyone's got different memories, different feelings, different types of players that they like. Give a call in. And I tell you what, let's talk some Jets tonight. Ah, good. I mean, twisted. We traded Belichick in a way in his prime. Yeah, that's. Thanks. Yeah, true. True. My favorite special teamers: John Hall's number one, Nick Folk, JoJo Townsell. My favorite name to ever say. He was a punt returner in the '80s. Chad Morton. Chad Morton opening day taking that kick return against Buffalo. And then five. Let's go with Thomas Hennessy. Now, if it's not Hennessy, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go back a little further. The reason I won't say Leon Washington is because I feel personally responsible for wrecking his career. After the Vilma thing, I swore not to wear jerseys anymore. My sister showed up with her boyfriend at my house with my ex-wife for my birthday. We having cake. The Jets were playing the Raiders. It's the Mark Sanchez hot dog game. Her and her boyfriend give me a nice Leon Washington jersey, and everyone's like, "Oh, Nikki, put it on. Put it on. They got it for you." I put it on. Less than a quarter later, Snaps is like, I take the jersey off, I fold it up, I hand it back to my sister. I go, "Here you go. This is why I don't wear these. Have it as a nightgown. Get out." I'll go Leon Johnson. I love, yeah, McKnight's a good one. I love Leon Johnson. '98. Bill Parcells found them. Hey, Anthony. Yeah, my friend's not here. I don't know where my friend went, but Anthony, not many people have heard these words, but you were gifted a membership by Bobby Midnight. So, congratulations to you. How about listing players that we stole? All right. I mean, Braylon Edwards and Santonio Holmes, Kevin Mawai. We stole Curtis Martin because Bill Belichick knew the out. Bill Parcells knew the out language. Curtis Martin's got to be top of the list of players that we stole, right? Trying to think free agency. Did we trade for? Give me a second, folks. I'm doing a Charles Gorman here. Antonio Cromartie. I had to make sure we traded for him. It was a third round pick. I'll take Crow. Other players that we acquired or that we stole. Not many. Player that we stole. I mean, we said Curtis. Curtis is the number one player that we stole. Yeah, so I'd go Curtis. In no order. I'll just put five together. Curtis, Cromartie. How do we steal him though, Twisted? We drafted Joe Namath. Yeah, but Mawai was a free agent. We did trade for Braylon. We did trade. He had like a 17 touchdown season 2 years earlier with Cleveland. Then he had a bad year. Then I think we traded for him. I don't know about this. He was drafted by both the Jets in the 65 AFL draft and the St. Louis Cardinals in the 65 NFL draft. Oh, I didn't know that. I never knew that. Look what I learned today. I learned that Joe Namath was drafted in the AFL and the NFL. Wow. Thank you, Twisted. See, guys, old people are useful. All right, you get an asterisk for that one. I had to bust your balls, buddy. Oh, Faneca. Yeah, man. Boy, man, that fucking offensive line was so good. Let's get back to here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the call-in link is there. If you want to call in, you want to discuss some of your favorite players of all time, you want to discuss something else jet related, feel free. If you got here late, no, it's Mickey Schuler. There was a tight end in the 70s who I think has the record for has some records, but to me, Mickey Schuler was the best tight end I ever saw with the Jets. Also, we got 40 of you here. Make sure you hit that. And if you're feeling a little freaky,
Show me your butthole.
Money needs some cash. Money's broke. He can't keep sending Bitcoin to chicks with dicks. And when he takes a shit, we all know he'll fall into the Bobby Show. So the next time that he shaves and cuts off his nipple, send him $1, cause his wallet is empty and it smells like farts.
Excuse me.
fucking Charles. He's a legend, ladies and gentlemen. I thought he'd be here. He's got like a unique ability to know when calling links. Chrome quarterback. Quarterback. All right, let's do that discussion. Let's flip the other side. What's been traditionally the best position group on this team? First one that comes to mind between Aaron Glenn, Darrell Revis, Cromartie, Sauce, I think corner. But you can also argue center with Mawai, Mangold, I think Jim Sweeney for many years. Running back, we had Curtis. No one else is really good in terms of NFL. Safety, Victor Green, Eric McMillan. Not much there. Linebacker, Marvin Jones, David Harris, Kyle Clifton. Not this one, but that one. CJ Mosley. Defensive end, we've been terrible. All right, defensive end. Gastineau. Partially Klecko. John Abraham. Will McDonald now. Muhammad Wilkerson. Sean Ellis. Jeff Lageman. Hugh Douglas. Bryce Huff. Good evening.
I can't sleep.
Your connection is horrific right now. I can't hear you. You're all garbled, my friend.
I can't sleep.
I'm sorry. Your audio is really bad, bro. Try back again. I'm sorry. Beast can't sleep. We've been terrible at defensive end since Abraham was booted. Yeah, we played 3-4 a little bit. I don't know, man. We got Jermaine and Will now. I mean, this is as good of a pair that we've had probably since Abraham and Ellis. I believe it was 2000 or 2001. I want to say 01. And I'll tell you a good Woody Johnson story. The 41-0 game against the Colts. We're in the parking lot. We're tailgating. Woody's got all his cronies with him. They're walking around. They're greeting the fans. And back in the day, I used to have a cooler that had Britney Spears stickers all over it because we go bowling twice a week. And you put quarters in, you pull out the cardboard thing, you open it up, and it was all Britney Spears stickers. So everyone put the Britney Spears stickers on my cooler. We're at the parking lot. We're tailgating. We're wasted. We've been there since 8 o'clock in the morning. It's like 2 o'clock now. Woody's walking around. He comes up to our tailgate, shake hands with him. He's like, "How you guys doing?" I'm talking to him, and he's like, "Can I get you guys anything?" I go, "Yes." I go, "Can you get me a beer out of that cooler?" I go, "I've never had a billionaire get me a beer. Would you be the first?" He goes, "Over here." He goes over to the cooler, and whenever this cooler opened, it would go like creak really bad. It was so rusted, the hinge. And he looks at me and he goes, "Miller Lite?" I go, "Yes, please." Comes over, hands me the Miller Lite. I drink. I start drinking it. He goes, "Anything else?" I go, "Yes. Would you sign my stomach?" I pick up my shirt, and Woody Johnson signs my stomach with a Sharpie. So ever since then, right downhill. But that's that was when Woody was young and excited to be there and not walking around with bling on his neck and winning off of a previous regime's success with drafting. Big fella with a super chat. Worst position historically for us has to be punter. I'll say tight end. I mean, quarterback, tight end, punter, head coach, general manager. Uh, I it's gone, but I also had Doc Hendricks, who was Michael Hayes from the WWE. Me and my buddy went to Monday Night Raw in February of 1997 when ECW invaded the Manhattan Center. And as we're leaving, we get in an elevator. We didn't follow the crowd out. We snuck around behind like the Raw sign and got in an elevator back there. And we're going down with WWF employees. And Doc Hendricks signed my stomach too in an elevator. That was my thing back in the day. All right. So far, we got Bobby in for 5. We got Chrome, Allen, and Twisted down for 1. Ladies and gentlemen, giving away a Jets jersey. Your choice of the player. We're going to raffle that off tomorrow night. No, we'll raffle it off Sunday, but entries are tonight and tomorrow night. Trying to get some more memberships before the end of the month. We'll get you a Jets jersey. Your size, your color, your choice. We've had a nice surge in memberships in the last 2 weeks. I thank you all for that. And I wanted to find a way to give back to you guys, give you a little extra prize on top of the big prize. They said Pete Crow Armstrong elevated when he got hurt. Who holds the record for the longest punt in NFL history? I know Randall Cunningham. When I was a kid, Randall Cunningham kicked one in the fog. I think it was a foggy day, not like the Chicago foggy game. Big fella swinging the wrench. Thank you, buddy. Is it Randall Cunningham? It's gonna be like a strange one, right? Oh, Steve O'Neill, 98 yards. I know. I thought I saw O'Neill earlier. I didn't know what it was in reference to. Adirondack. Don't worry about it, man. Ooh, interesting one. All right. The Jet with the biggest betrayal arc. Keyshawn. I'll go Keyshawn. Give me the damn ball. Throwing Corbett under the bus. It's Keyshawn for me. That one hurt. Jamal Adams, I didn't like. It's the Twitter world. I didn't like him. For me, it's Keyshawn. Easy. That one hurt. Revis. How so? I always ask this because we traded Revis away. So I know fans will get upset because when he became a free agent, we traded him to Tampa. He played for 1 year in Tampa, and then he signed with the Patriots. So fans were upset about that, but I can't call that betrayal. We shipped him off. Can anyone tell me? Most of you can. I'm not trying to stump anyone with this. All right. Another raffle entry for the jersey. If you can tell me, before the Jets played Tampa Bay in the year 2000, Al Groh handed something out in the locker room during a meeting to every player. What was it?
Show me your butthole.
Big fella. Sounds like a trip to Charles' house. Big fella's correct. Flashlights, steroids, condoms, fleshlights. Oh, that was terrific. Big fella, you're in. You're in. And big fella, I got to thank you. You, Kevin Tattoos, uh, calling in and helping ease the tension that I had in my system last night. I appreciate you guys. You guys were a very calming influence on me yesterday. I appreciate you. Let's see what else can we do. Let's do most disappointing moment in Jets history. I tried, Rick. I tried until I didn't, right? I did until I didn't. Doug Bryan, yeah, that one sucked. The 9-10 seasons. Yeah, I tried, man. I tried. You know what? Shout out to Dylan Terraman. Dylan had a comment tonight on the video, and I never heard this before. And he said that Grant wasn't listening to comprehend, he was listening to react. And I never heard that before. And he was waiting to just get outraged by anything. And it makes sense. Like I never heard it put together like that. Getting to the AFC Championship back to back and losing. I mean, what else we got? The Cleveland playoff game. Little bit before me. Little bit. I remember watching the game. I don't remember caring about the game. I remember my dad. Yeah. January 23rd, 2011 in Pittsburgh. I was there. If that team would have walked into the stadium and played with half the energy that I walked in there with that day, they would have fucking won 100-0. I walked in that place like the Incredible Hulk. I was ready to destroy everything in my path, and I did at one point. Because a guy, when Sanchez had the sack fumble and they took the lead like 17-0, I go down to get beer. And this guy, and everyone in Pittsburgh looks the same. They're 6'3", they're bald, they have a goatee, and they look like they just curl steel all day. And there's two Jets fans standing there. And they're probably 5'7", 5'8", skinny little guys. And the one guy, the Steelers guy, walks down, grabs them by the back of the neck, and flings them. And I watched the grown man spin in the air like a fucking helicopter before crashing to the ground. Now, I have been drinking. I'm on a rage. I go over and I grab the guy and I push him all the way back to the banister. And I'm trying to push him out and over how angry I am. Security comes over and grabs me because they didn't see what he did. And they're like, he's got to go. He's out of here. A Pittsburgh cop comes over and goes, no, 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 no. He's good. He's out of here. And took the Pittsburgh fan out. This lady comes over to me, young girl. She goes, oh my God, are these your friends? And I see her and I was like, yeah, yes, they are. I check on the guy, make sure he was okay first. And she's like, oh my God. She goes, this is not what we're like. Not all Pittsburgh fans are like this. Can we come buy you a beer? I go, sure. Now, upstairs behind the bleacher section of the upper deck, behind the goalpost is where we sat. Up there, there's a cutout. It's like a bar. It's like a 25-foot wide room. It goes back, and it's a bar with 20-inch tube TVs. I stayed at that bar the rest of the game because it was heat. It was like 3 degrees that day. I stayed at that bar for the rest of the game. These people loved me until we started coming back. My buddy shows up to me with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. He's like, we have no idea. We've been trying to call you. I'm like, I'm having the time of my life. He's like, dude, we paid $300 a ticket and you're fucking sitting up here at a little bar watching on the shitty TV. I go, yep. And then the Jets start coming back. I end up on top of that bar before people pulled me off. Not like that. No Diddy. And then the worst thing I've ever had to do in my life as a Jet fan is walk out of that stadium pretending to be happy for them to not get into a fight. It was the worst acting I've ever done in my life. 17 or 19 plays they came out with. See the butt fumble. Yeah, but I know it's a bad play. But that wasn't changing the outcome of the game. I know fans are embarrassed by it, but I can't put that as disappointing. Disappointing is heartbreak. That's embarrassment. I think that's a different category. That's number one in the embarrassment category. That's why it's time for us to flip the script. I keep saying this. You want to change the narrative? Change the narrative. You got teams that have perennially or time and time again fucking embarrass us. Pittsburgh's had our number. Philly's had our number. The Patriots, now the Bills. Go change the narrative. Sweep the Patriots this year. Split with the Bills. Sweep the Dolphins. Go 5-1. Beat the fucking Steelers. Oh, man. I remember that. I remember that. That was my first taste of hell as a Jet fan. Being 10-1, man, I thought we were on top of the world. Yeah, Rick, I get it. I was there. I think we lost like 45-3, 38-0. Some 45-3 was the Monday night game in New England the year we beat them in the playoffs. I think that was 38-0 that day. That was bad. The whole thing was embarrassing. I mean, disappointing going to Denver in 98. I think a couple of you mentioned 98 that I saw. Um, Herman Edwards not keeping the Jets out in Oakland after beating them on the final game of the regular season, flying to Oakland, playing the game, flying back, practicing, flying back to Oakland. 3 cross country trips in 8 days was the dumbest fucking thing any coach has ever done. Until he topped it by having Chad Pennington take a knee in Pittsburgh and making the Doug Bryant field goal even longer for no reason. If only there was a tush push back then. Oh, that's right. You couldn't assist the runner. It's illegal. And, this is just a big FU to Clancy right here. Comment of the night from the big fella. Nothing better than listening to Nick Shine talking Jets and doing Wordle. Suck it, Clancy. Yeah, I mean, the ramifications of that changed the whole trajectory of the NFL. On a play where Bledsoe was just going to step out of bounds because he wasn't an athletic runner. Yeah, Eli, I knew Packers. I knew the Packers. I didn't know the others. Bengals, Vikings, Cardinals, and Packers are the only teams we have a winning record against. Just Googled it. Awesome. Can only imagine how bad that is. Dolphins were close. We might be I think we're 2 under 500 against the Dolphins because we were like tied up until like 2 years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, 45 of you here watching right now. Thank you for spending your late night with me. And there's 45 likes. Stack just did the Derek Jeter fist bump. All right, so we're 3 below. I knew we were close. We were tied 2 years ago. I think we were 54, maybe it was more than 2. I think we were 54, 54, and 1 at one point. Yeah. What's up, Tommy?
Nick, how are you, brother?
Good, man.
I got to talk to my high school crush today. First time in like 25 years that I got to speak to her. It was amazing. It was cool. I actually I only was able to talk to her through her mom, who was on Instagram, and they went to vacation on to the Dominican Republic. And her mom never aged. Her mom looks like she's still 25. And Miss Sally, God bless you if you're watching. I probably not watching, but Miss Sally Ortiz, like beautiful, beautiful Spanish women. I love Spanish women. How you doing? How you doing?
Good, man. just talking Jets.
So how you think we feel about this year? Like, do you think that Aaron Glenn's going to turn his team around or what?
Yeah, I'm doing a little nostalgic talk tonight, though. With the day off from camp, we've been putting some lists together, some spontaneous lists, favorite players, offensive, defensive. Give me a couple of your favorite Jets of all time. Give me your top 3 favorite Jets of all time.
Top 3 Jets of all time, definitely. I'll actually show you some pictures there real quick. Kevin Mawai.
Pictures. Wait, do you have pictures of the girl's mom?
No, not yet. Like
Not
that's
yet.
me. That's me in like I was like 5th or 6th grade. with Kevin Mawai.
Nice.
Then we got Keyshawn
Okay.
when he was a rookie. Signed. See how young I was.
Yeah.
I'm old, I'm literally older than my son, who is now. And then the man of the hour, Curtis Martin.
Nice.
When I met Curtis Martin was the best human being that I ever met. Kevin Mawai was awesome too. He would always sign autographs. Keyshawn was a little bit after his first year, he wasn't allowed to sign autographs because under his contract, like it was some type of thing where he would not sign autographs unless he was paid. But Curtis Martin, Kevin Mawai, Vinny Testaverde, I met all these guys back when they were in Hofstra, and we used to go watch their practice. My dad would take me. I was like 13, 14 years old, and we go back to where they ate, and only like 15 to 20 people knew where they actually ate back at Hofstra. So like it would be just like 20 of us, and it was awesome back then. Like I wish I could bring my kids to something like that today. My son, I know your son's a little bit older than my son. My son's 12, and my daughter's 10. And I wish I could take them to like some place like it was like Hofstra, and we could just take them back to, when they're done with practice, like you just went back to where they ate and got autographs and got pictures, and it was like such a better time when we grew up. Like it's not like that anymore. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. No, you're right.
yeah, like back in Hofstra, Nick, like times were different. Like nowadays it's like it's all everything's all screwed up. But I love for the kids to just be able to be a part of this, because like what you and Jake always preach is like just bring the kids around to like one Jets training camp or one preseason game, and let these kids actually see and like feel the love of the Jets, because they don't know it until they walk into that stadium, hear that Jets chant, and have somebody like you that's carrying Jake on his back, on his shoulders, chanting JETS. Like then you really feel the full the full blood of what a Jet fan is. And like my kids are big into soccer. My daughter's into softball. They're not huge Jet fans, but when I brought them to MetLife, I say it's always Jet Life. When I brought my son to 2 soccer games this year, and every time I walked out of that stadium, I was chanting JETS, 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 Jets. My son's like, "Why are you chanting that?" I'm like, "Because this is Jet Life Stadium, son. Like this is what you're gonna be. This is what you're gonna grow into. You're gonna be a Jet fan, no matter if you like it or not. If you love your father, you're gonna be a Jet fan, because that's what I root and die for." And I really like the way that Aaron Glenn's approach is. I really like the fact that he has accountability, and he doesn't take no BS from the media or from anybody, to put it frank. I met Aaron Glenn when I was only like 13, 14 years old, and Aaron Glenn is the same person that he was at a player than he is now as a coach, and I'm looking forward to big things.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Good points, Tommy. Uh, I mean, listen, I love everything Aaron Glenn's doing. He's doing the right thing. He's saying the right thing. He's building it the right way. Now go win, right? It's all for nothing if you don't win on the field. You can have the greatest plan in the world, but if you don't follow it through, and it doesn't equal success on the field, no one will give a shit. So, but appreciate the call, man.
One
Go
love, Nick.
Jets. And
Let's go Jets. 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 Jets, baby. Nick,
Good luck.
love you, brother.
Love you too, buddy. Keep that Instagram game strong. Hawk, 100%. And I got it. That was my little reaction. I got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting near the end of the show. Couple things going on. we have this raffle going on right now. Bobby Midnight got 7 raffle entries for gifting basically what was my money back to me for the air conditioner because we couldn't figure out for him to Venmo. So basically, I bought Bobby some memberships today. But Bobby gave to the channel. He'll have 5. What we're doing now, trying to get memberships up before the end of the month. Anyone who gifts memberships, not only will you be in the Darrell Reeves, excuse me, not only will you be in the Darrell Reeves helmet raffle, but you will also get a raffle in a Jets jersey. Giving away a Jet jersey, your choice, your size, your player, you choose. But ladies and gentlemen, we got to give memberships to get in. As of right now, we got 5 for Bobby. We got Chrome, Allen, Twisted, and the big fella. Show news. Jake goes on 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. I was going to go on at 9. Before the show started, Boomtown messaged me. FYI, Jake's going on at 9. Boom. The first thing I did, fuck yeah, I could sleep in a little bit. All right. I haven't done that in a while. And ladies and gentlemen, the great David D, one of our Detroit Lions fans, who's basically a Jet fan at this point. Can we talk about that, folks? Can we adopt David as one of our own? Like, he's not an outsider in this community. He's a big part of this community. I don't care what his favorite team is. Dave, we got to get one. Is Dixon watching? Addison, if you're watching, can we get a combination of a Jets Lions photo so David can put that on his YouTube emoji? He's one of us, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get a lion and a jet together in some sort of image for David. But David, your memberships went to Yeti, Tommy, who was just on here, OG Jets fan, Thomas Gannett, Hennessy Heisman, and Rat Diddy, or however Marilyn Monroe said it that day. David, thank you, man. And don't forget, this also goes towards the Revis. And David, if you win, you can pick a Lions jersey if you want. He's a very knowledgeable football fan. I learn a lot from David being in the chat. Let's put David down for 5. And like I said, you are also still in the Revis helmet raffle. Chris B saying David is the man, the myth, the legend, the truth. The truth. Ah, Dave, you're awesome, dude. All right, folks. I'm going to do it Sunday. Tonight's show, tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow night's show. I'll take all the entries from that and I'll raffle off a jersey. And if you want something that's not a Jet jersey, maybe your kid, maybe your kid likes a different team. Eli says, I plan on gifting more. All right, Eli. You're awesome, man. Thank you. For any of you who might be on Discord and want to keep the Jets discussion going, friend me, Nick Shine. It still might be Proud NYJ fan, also, no spaces. That's what I launched the channel with, Proud NYJ fan. But if you are on Discord, you want to join the community, go ahead. Let's build this fucker up. Oh, hold on. I got something for you right now. Let me play a video. Oh, mouse is freaking out there.
I'm Lane. Thank you for letting us know.
It's a common thing. So, how do you feel about Jermaine Johnson? How do you feel? You think that they could come out in the first half or second half? Will they masturbate in the first half or second half? I don't know. I would have to think about how they feel about it going into be a lot of semen, but I hope the fans don't get grossed out if that happens during the first half of the game. Is that me? I look like I got my teeth fixed. 2, 7, 11. I love the Jets. Hey, Lane, what are you doing? Yeah.
Do a backflip. Do a backflip, Lane.
Bye.
Lane. Bye.
Bye. One of the guys I work with gave me this. It's a different material. It's like a, let me see what type of material is this. I don't even know what it is. It's a dry fit. Oh, it doesn't have the type of material, but it's Nike. It's not a quarter zip, but it's light, short sleeve, definitely good. It's a dry fit polo, maybe. I don't know what I would label this. But I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, I haven't worn it yet. The tags are still on it. I was there last week. He gave it to me on Friday. He's like, "Here." I'm like, "What's that?" He goes, "Well, I know you're a crazy Jet fan." And he's like, "My boy does like flea markets and swap meets, and he came across this, and he asked me if I knew anyone with a 2X who was a Jet fan." He's like, "Yeah, I got a guy." He's like, "So I grabbed it for you." So it was nice of Sam. I worked basketball with Sam, like doing site manager, and now he's a custodian as well. And I was at his school for a couple of days last week. Good dude, real good dude. And I brought him in a cigar the next day and gave him a cigar. So good people in the world. Love that shit. Love surrounding myself with good people, like all of you people in the chat here. But ladies and gentlemen, we've hit that time where one question has to be asked. What did you learn today? What did you learn while watching this program? I love talking old Jets players. I love being nostalgic with it. And you know what? In years past, I've done the list. The list was like top 5 shows, but that was before I did call-ins. So it's like I needed so much time to talk and do a show. And now with like call-ins, that kind of eats it up. So you do like a monologue, talk a little bit, and then you take the calls. But I love doing shows like that where you compile your list. Lane says, "How do you feel about the grants?" Lane, I'm sorry if I yelled last night. All right. Looking for what did we learn? Anybody? Did you learn anything? Anyone? Anywhere? About anything? All right. If not, we learned coming to Nick's place, we don't worry about hype, maybe a fart or two. That was Charles's place, not my place. Eli, I learned about the Mud Bowl, and I learned about the greatest tight end in Jets history, Mickey Schuler with an M. Mickey. Micky, I believe. Big Island fan. I learned Nick kicked some serious ass in Pittsburgh. So it was so cold out there. It was like 3 degrees. And the hotel that we stayed in was on the river. And you would hear the river was frozen over. And you would hear the barges going through, breaking up the ice. And from our balcony, I was just launching beer bottles. and you would hear cling, 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 cling. They hit the ice. They weren't breaking. It was ridiculous. And then the next day you wake up and you see like a dozen beer bottles out across the ice on the river. Oh, fuck Pittsburgh and everybody from there. Oh, one guy who wished you would have worked out with the Jets, Hugh Doug. I'll go with Sam Darnold. I wish Sam would have worked out. Yeah, Eli, there we go. I learned Woody Johnson once got you a beer and signed your chest. Oscar, I learned that Beast actually slightly broke his zucchini apart when he launched it into his mattress after the Garrett Wilson catch earlier. Oscar, I know you haven't been watching this in a while, but what did you learn on this show, my friend? But thank you for watching. Make sure you guys hit the like button, especially if you're watching after the fact, too. A lot of views coming in when these shows are over lately, so thank you guys who catch up. Chris B, I learned about list of our Jets players in history. God bless Nick Shine, my friends, brothers, fellow New York Jets fans. Love you all. Go Jets. I learned and knew Nick Shine is a proud New York Jets fan. Yes, sir. Have Mo. I bet you the two he connected on, there was no defense there. He will not throw the ball downfield. Twisted. We learned Nick is the reason for all the suffering all these years, but he gave up a toe to the gods. I did. We learned Johnny's just being Johnny. Things are normal over there. Yeah, that was a good nugget. I didn't know that. I did not know that. That was really good. Thank you for that, Twisted. I was unaware of that. And then Lane, bikinis. I don't know. I would say check Zach Rosenblatt's Twitter. He charts every pass or every play. He charts every pass play. But ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. We kick it up to the north. And what better way to show love to the north than an emoji of Boomtown? Also, last night we came up with an emoji for Kevin Tattoos. Last week we updated the Rick Kent emoji, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, how do you not love Tom Ace as Mark Gastineau in a thong? Trying to look. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Boomtown, sure wrap it like it's hot. Yes, don't worry. We're going to play that again, Oscar. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. Boom learned Nick wears many hats. Holmes made Nick's list, but acknowledged he is a total dickhead. It did. Rachel was in a tier of her own back in the day. Nick's ex has a really nice Leon Washington nightgown. No, not my ex, my sister. My sister got it. It was at the house me and my ex had. Sorry, Boom, if I was confusing with that. My sister and her boyfriend gave it to me. Bonus, Joe Namath was so good he was drafted in both the AFL and NFL. In a much more fun universe, Al Groh would have handed out something better than flashlights. Yes, there we go. Double bonus, Tommy's Jets player list included his high school crush, liking Spanish women, and reminiscing about Hofstra. Many sleep schedules revolve around Jake Asman's show start times. It's true. It's true. Thank you, Boom. You're the man. Ladies and gentlemen, as long as Mom doesn't call me for a ride, we'll be on tomorrow after Jake. I'm pretty sure my sister can take her to physical therapy, but just in case, pay attention in the Discord. I will set that show up right now. Thank you to Bobby Midnight. Thank you to David D. And to Chrome, Alan, Twisted, and the big fella for guessing some of the answers correct tonight. Don't forget Jets jersey or a jersey of your choice, since David D is in it. A jersey of your choice is on the line. Wanted to think of a way to reward all of you. So tomorrow we got 2 shows. We'll do in the morning and we'll do at night tomorrow with the end of the month. We'll try to get some more views, likes, subscribers, pump up the numbers for July. I know it was a slow start to the month with me being on vacation the first week, but I appreciate all of you for being here. Day, night, whenever, wherever. You guys are the fucking best. He's Charles.
Goldmoney needs some cash. Goldmoney's broke. He can't keep sending Bitcoin to chicks with dicks. And when he takes a shit, we all know he'll fall into the Bobby Show. So the next time that he shaves and cuts off his nipple, send him $1, 'cause his wallet is empty and it smells like farts.
Excuse me.